Let's get it. Let's get it. Please subscribe to the channel, Certified True TV. Please hit the like button. Let me know what you think. Just waiting for this live stream to pop up. It will pop up here. It'll pop up here soon. Yeah. Yeah. Refresh this. I want to share this on X. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to share this on X. So, Pierre Poilievre, conservative leader of one of Canada's parties, was that question period, debating. We're going to watch this debate. Let's see if we can get this here. Let's share this on X. Okay. Let me save that. And I want to start streaming on X too. Okay, here we go. So this is the question period. Where they ask questions. Figure out what's going on with the federal government, the liberal federal government. Remember, the liberal federal government. We want to know what's going on. Why is taxes so high? Why is crime so high? Why is sexual assault so high? Why is owning a house and paying rent unaffordable? We want to know why. Let's listen to them. Carney mansplain.
Questions orales.
Oral questions.
The honorable leader of the opposition.
You know, we want to know. Where are tax dollars going?
My mother taught me never to be late, so please forgive me for my late arrival to the session. I had some meetings with extremely important people in East Central Alberta, Mr. Speaker, after which I was honored to be elected by the great people of Battle River Crowfoot. I thank the great Damien Kirk who made it possible, and I thank the Prime Minister for calling a prompt by-election. I wonder if one day he might regret that decision, but in a spirit of good faith, I wonder if he agrees that our goal should be a Canada where hard work is rewarded, where food and homes are affordable, where streets are safe, where borders are solid, and where we're all
I'm on page with that. Like, yeah, that's what we want.
United under a proud flag.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sure I speak for all parliamentarians.
Right, the elbows down now. Right, the elbows down now has arrived. Let's watch this. Like, does he have an explanation for why food and rent and crime and all this other kind of stuff is out of reach? Does he have an explanation for this? Hold on. Okay, we're good. We're good. So yeah, let's play it. Let's see if he has an explanation.
And welcoming the member for Battle River Crowfoot back to the House of Commons. He may notice a few things have changed since he was here last. The largest women's caucus in Canadian history.
Right? Carbon tax Carney, Justin Trudeau's economic advisor, is virtual signaling to women. It's virtual signaling to women. Weak men create hard times. That's what it is. Anyway. Virtual signaling to women.
And a spirit of collaboration.
The Liberals, the Liberal Party of Canada is the party of women, literally is the party of women. And so you have low testosterone males who support the Liberal Party of women, basically. That's the party. Okay, let's continue.
That was shown in the opening session, including in the passage of the Build Canada Act and the projet de loi du Bloc québécois en ce qui concerne.
And the Bloc's bill in terms of protecting supply management. I agree entirely
Management.
with the sentiment and objectives of the Leader of the Opposition.
I was deliberately flexible on time because it's a special day, but now we're going to respect the 35-second limit. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Some things never change. Monsieur le Président.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank my constituents of Battlefield Crowfoot, who we had a by-election very quickly, and sometimes the Prime Minister may regret his decision, but I think we all agree with the mission of reestablishing a Canada where hard work, an affordable home and homes and food, in safe streets and solid borders, all united under a proud flag. Does the Prime Minister agree with this?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Monsieur le Président.
Mr. Speaker, I agree entirely with the sentiment and objectives that the Leader of the Opposition has just expressed for our great country. Thank you.
The Honourable Leader.
You know, they say that, Mark Carney is the real-life Mr. Burns from the TV show. They say he looks just like Mr. Burns. I think I have a meme there. Hold on. Hold on, let's see if I can find that meme. Yeah, I mean, it's like accurate. The meme is accurate. Literally accurate. Okay, let's put that up here. Hold on. I mean, it's literally accurate. It's Mr. Burns. It's like, what? It's so crazy. Anyway, let's continue.
The Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister mentioned how much had changed, and it's true. I look around this place, and when I left, there was a Liberal Prime Minister who was making excuses about breaking promises, running massive deficits, costs, crime, chaos were all out of control. And whereas today, we have a Liberal Prime Minister breaking promises, making excuses, running massive deficits with costs, crime, and chaos out of control. Mr. Speaker, when will the Prime Minister match the grand promises with the real change Canadians need?
The real change Canadians need. Yeah, I voted Conservative, right?
Mr. Speaker, I understand the Minister, or the Minister, promotion. Come on over.
He can't even talk. He doesn't even know where he's at. He doesn't even know which room he's in. He's so used to talking to people that agree with him because he's the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau's economic advisor. He's so used to it that, nobody even tells him that he makes a mistake. Anyway.
I understand the Leader of the Opposition was busy. He missed the largest tax cut for 22 million Canadians. He missed the cut on the GST. He missed the elimination.
So, Mark Carney, I never got a tax cut. Never got it. I never received one. So I don't know if it applies to me. Clearly, it doesn't apply to me. But who does it apply to? Low-income people? Probably. Did they get a tax cut?
All federal barriers to trade. He missed. I hope I'll have another opportunity to finish a very long list of what the Leader of Opposition.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Dans l'esprit.
In a nonpartisan spirit, we're simply going to insist that the Prime Minister adhere to his own promises. He promised the strongest growth in the G7 for our economy, and now our economy is declining the fastest in the G7. He also promised that food would cost less. It's more, and food inflation is accelerating. He promised a budget in October.
It is.
And now we'll see one maybe in November with a double deficit. So, inaudible.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, this government has been absolutely focused on improving affordability for Canadians. That's why the largest tax cut, 22 million Canadians. Every taxpayer in this country. That's why the cut to the GST. That's why the launch of Build Canada Homes, which will reduce the cost of home building.
Mark Carney, I never received your tax cut. I never received it. I mean, if I received it, I would say I received it. I don't know. I didn't receive it, but anyway. I think it's a lot. I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
In this country. That's why we back the CRTC to get broadband costs down for Canadians. We are building the strongest economy throughout the worst crisis in our history.
He's building the strongest economy throughout our crisis of citizens. I already went over Canada's economy. I already went over it. On my last stream, I went over it.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
In the spirit of nonpartisanship, we are simply going to hold this Prime Minister to his own promises. He promised that he would spend less. He's already spending 8% more. He promised the budget would be in October. Now he says it will be in November, more than halfway through the fiscal year. He promised that his government would have a smaller deficit than Justin Trudeau. Instead, now we hear that it might even be double. So a trivia question. Can the Prime Minister tell us, has there ever been a Prime Minister who has successfully doubled the deficit without even introducing a budget?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
It's a trick question.
Mr.
Not serious. Mark Carney is not serious. But he's worse than Justin Trudeau. It's accurate.
Mr. Speaker, this government is undertaking the biggest investment in protecting Canadians in the Canadian.
10 years, this government, right? The Liberals have been in power 10 plus years. They've been in power for 10 plus years. Like, don't Canadians think it's time for a change? To have something different? Like, I would think they're smart enough to say, you know what? The Liberals have bad credibility. They clap for a Nazi, and you guys didn't call them out for their racism then. You said it was an accident. But I digress. It's the point of, you're not serious. Your government is not serious. 10 years you've been in power, and things have gotten worse. 10 years you've been in power. You're Justin Trudeau's economic advisor. Now you take the reins from Justin Trudeau, and it's worse under you. This is why I voted Conservative. I always will.
Military. Doubling our investment in the Canadian military from last year when this member last sat in the House by the end of this decade. This government, there's more.
Right? Like, I'm not saying, okay, so what? Mark Carney's charismatic. Okay, so what? He's a little bit charismatic. So what? What's he gonna, Canadians need to ask themselves, is your life better today? Is your life better today than 10 years ago? Is your life better 10 years? Like, did you have a better life 10 years ago than you do today? You have to ask the question. If they say yes, then Mark Carney's their candidate, clearly.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
There's a lot more debt is what there is, Mr. Speaker. A lot more debt than we ever imagined would be possible. This is a Prime Minister who said we'd have the fastest growing economy in the G7. We have the fastest shrinking economy in the G7. He said grocery prices would go down. They're going up faster than ever before.
They're going up.
He promised to create jobs. He has the second highest unemployment in the G7. He's really reminding us all of that sign at the bar, free beer tomorrow. But you come back the next day and the beer is still not free, and tomorrow never comes. Mr. Speaker, why is it that all of this Prime Minister's promises of yesterday turn into today's disappointments?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I think if we are going to build the strongest economy in the G7, and we will, we need to be clear. We need to be clear about the scale of the crisis we are in. We need to be clear about the scale of investment that we...
So under the Liberals, all Canadians are living through a crisis. Under the Liberals, for the last 10 years, we're living through a crisis. Crime, housing, food, affordability. So we're living through a crisis in Canada. That's pretty scary if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty scary. We're living through a crisis.
We need $60 billion in new projects announced last week. $200 billion in investment announced last week. $100 billion in housing investment announced just yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That's the scale of what we...
And the reason why they have the housing for building 4,000 homes, they announced it yesterday because they had to come to question period with something. They had to come with something because they haven't been doing nothing since 2015. So they can say, well, at least we're building something. Come on, man. Like, you got to play.
The Honourable Member for Belleuil-Champlain.
Okay, so it's Quebec. Okay.
Mr. Speaker,
Let's listen to this.
the Prime Minister was elected.
Prime Minister's broken promises. This Prime
Is a modern man.
Okay, let's listen to this, dude.
I speak with him regularly. We send each other text messages. But what's the most important right now for Canada is to diversify our
Lord.
trade
Oh, Lord.
internationally with Europe, in Asia, with Africa, and South America. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Foothill.
Same Liberal promises, the same Liberal results. Canadians are paying the price for another Liberal Prime Minister's broken promises.
Yep.
This Prime Minister said to Canadians that he would be judged by prices at the grocery store. Results are in. This Prime Minister has failed. Food
People, Mark Carney has failed. He has failed. The elbows up crowd, they voted for someone that failed. That's it. Measure a man based on his accomplishments. Measure him based on his accomplishments.
Member for Foothill.
Same Liberal promises, the same Liberal results. Canadians are paying the
Same
price
Liberal
for
promises.
another Liberal Prime Minister.
This guy's right. John Barlow, Foothills, Alberta. The same Liberal promises, the same Liberal results. Accurate.
Minister's broken promises. This
Accurate.
Prime Minister said to Canadians that he would be judged by prices at the grocery store. Results are in. This Prime Minister has failed. Food prices have surged 40% since the last Liberal Prime Minister broke that same promise the last time.
Yep.
Should this Prime Minister's promise to Canadians not be judged by food prices at the grocery store, but the number of families being forced to food banks?
Right.
The Honourable Minister of Housing and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, the number one cost for Canadians is their housing, and we have taken action to make housing more affordable. Yesterday,
Liberals' bureaucracy when it comes to housing. Liberals' bureaucracy when it comes to housing. But let's be clear. This was the Prime Minister's promise. These were the Prime Minister's words. This is the Prime Minister's failure.
Yes.
Food prices are going to go up $700 per Canadian family this year.
Yes.
Canned soup is up 26%. Apples 14%.
Yes.
Tuna 19%. The daily essentials have become unaffordable.
Unaffordable.
Is sticker shock at the grocery store the experience that this Prime Minister promised Canadians?
He's accurate. He's accurate. The sticker shock, the unaffordability, it's accurate. He's accurate.
The Honourable Minister of Housing and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As far as promises delivered goes, this government promised to launch Build Canada Homes and make the largest investment in affordable housing in Canadian history. We are taking action where it matters most, and Canadians need support on affordable housing. Across the board, we need more support, but starting with housing, and housing first, particularly for those on low incomes and those who are homeless. We are taking action.
Honourable Member for Thornhill.
The Prime Minister told Canadians that they should judge him by the prices they pay at the grocery store. But food inflation is 70% above target. The grocery prices are up 40% in less than a decade, and all of those years were the Liberals were in power. And the cost of food has risen overall more than inflation every single month that this Prime Minister has been here. Canadians should judge the Prime Minister by his words. That's only fair. But is it that he never shops for food, or is it that he thinks inflation is something that happens to other people?
The Honourable Minister of Housing and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, we'll come back to the number one cost for Canadians and concern is around affordability of housing.
That's so true.
I know the Conservatives and the members opposite do not care about affordable housing. We're here to take action on it. Make life more affordable for Canadians, starting with their homes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Thornhill.
The minister cannot ignore the problem of millions of Canadians using a food bank every single month. And that hasn't changed. It happened under this Liberal government's watch. And now they're making excuses or changing the subject entirely. Canadians are getting fleeced at the grocery store. And it's only going to get worse because next year their bill will be $700 higher per family. That's
Melissa Landsman is correct. Guess what? It's only going to get worse.
Millions of Canadians using a food bank every single month. And that hasn't changed. It happened under this Liberal government's watch. And now they're making excuses or changing the subject entirely. Canadians are getting fleeced at the grocery store. And it's only going to get worse because next year their bill will be $700 higher per family. That's another Liberal broken promise, another Liberal bait and switch by another Liberal Prime Minister. So is that the experience that he's now promising Canadians?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
We listen to Canadians, something that the Conservative may want to do a bit more. And what Canadians have...
This guy is psychotic. I don't even want to play what he has to say. He's psychotic. He is. He's psychotic. Okay, so anyway, there's that part anyway. There's a guy that says the Wild Wild West. He said Canada is not the Wild Wild West. Sean Fraser. Crazy, man. But I wanted to play this immigration piece here. Hold on. I want to play this immigration piece here. I don't know if we have it here. No, I don't know if we have it. I was looking for this. Oh yeah, we do have it. Just let me play this here. Okay.
Supported.
The Honourable Member for Calgary Nose Hill.
So let me get this straight. The Prime Minister promised to grow the economy, but it's shrinking. He promised he'd create jobs, but Canadians are losing it. We're in a healthcare crisis and a housing crisis.
The Liberals' motto should be broken promises. Hey, you vote for Liberals, you voting for broken promises. You're voting for a lot of talk, no action. You're voting for a lot of talk, no action. But definitely broken promises, yes.
But the Liberals still issued record numbers of TFW permits this summer. They continued to let the asylum system be abused, and they still haven't removed countless non-citizen criminals. Mr. Speaker, why does the Immigration Minister still have her job?
The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, temporary foreign workers make up less than 1% of our total workforce. In fact, this is a program where employers must demonstrate that they vigorously and actively looked for Canadian workers because Canadian workers come first, Mr. Speaker. If an employer is found to have violated avoided this program, there are severe penalties. There is also a tip line, Mr. Speaker, so that if Canadians or any member of Parliament feels there's been an abuse, this can be reported to officials and it will be investigated.
L'honorable député de Longueuil.
The honourable member for Longueuil-Saint-Hubert. Mr. Speaker, Canada is a nation of builders. That's why earlier this month, the Prime Minister announced the first series of projects for the Historic Major Projects Office.
Oh, here's some more.
That includes projects
to invest in Crown prosecutions, and they have to make sure that there are enough judges to hear the trials.
The honourable member for Calgary Nose Hill.
The Prime Minister promised to grow the economy, but it's shrinking. And since he took office, tens of thousands of jobs have been lost. But the Liberals are on track this year to bring in the most temporary foreign work permits ever. It's so bad that a former Liberal immigration minister just said that they admitted that they let industry become, quote, addicted to temporary work. And he's right. Amid the PM's pledge to cut the public service, even the Liberals are using TFWs to fill federal government jobs. We've talked about buying Canadian. Why isn't the Prime Minister making people hire them?
Hear, hear. The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, temporary foreign worker use is down by 70% in this country. Less than 1% of our workforce is temporary foreign workers. And in fact, in Canada, Canadians come first for any available jobs. That's why the department has rigid rules for employers that are looking to fill vacancies with...
Man, what about Timmigrants? What about that? What about Sing Hortons? Huh? What about Timmigrants and Sing Hortons? What about that?
Workers from other countries. And Mr. Speaker, if employers are abusing the program, they receive serious penalties, including banning from the use of this program.
The honourable member for Richmond Hill South.
Only a Liberal Prime Minister could promise to secure our border and fail in just 6 months. Over the summer, asylum claims from illegal U.S. crossings spiked dramatically, piling onto a staggering backlog of nearly 300,000 unprocessed claims. Many of these are likely bogus, yet claimants are immediately entitled to work permits, health care, and benefits on the backs of Canadian taxpayers. Another broken Liberal promise, another bait and switch, because he's just another Liberal Prime Minister. How much longer is the Prime Minister going to keep our border open and let it become a backdoor, unplanned stream of economic migration before he finally takes action?
Great. The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Open borders in Canada. Crazy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. While the opposition is concentrating on,
Okay, anyway, so that's that. I have some news here. I'll have a lot of Canadian news here. Okay, let's go over here for a second. So anyway, man, at the end of the day, Canada's in a bad position. I never thought that I would witness this going into my 40s, but Canada's in a very bad position. Like I predicted, it's only going to get worse. You better start preparing. You better start preparing if you're in Canada. But I do think Americans kind of changed. Well, I do think Americans changed it. They resurrected it. They resurrected it. What's going on? Nothing much. Where are you from? I'm in Canada at the moment, but from Canada. What's it like living in Michigan?
Oh, you know.
No, I don't.
Lame. It's lame. It's lame for real. No, it's not. I don't know. So look, right, I don't do much. I go to school, college, I should say, and I come home. You feel me? But it's straight living here. I'm 23.
23, okay. You want to get married one day, or you don't want kids?
I want kids and I want to get married.
When's the last time you were in a relationship?
Are you putting me on your little fucking shit? Your certified truth TV shit. Is that why you're asking me all these questions?
When was the last time you were in a relationship, man?
Is that what you're doing?
When was the last time you were in a
You're on your damn TV show to get clout. Do anything for clout. You do anything for clout, huh?
So she's not. She's a, she's a strong and strong and independent woman. Probably doesn't need a man, and can't answer a question.
I can answer a question, but I don't fucking know you.
Okay. Don't care. I don't care.
Two broken hearts deep in the mystery, made with the stone cold demon.
Bro, they're obsessed with this app. It's so funny. Right? Any man that makes sense, any man that talks, that's what they do. Right? It's so crazy. Okay, I don't know what I mean. There's some other viral videos in here. I'm not gonna get too much into it. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it. Okay, so anyway, let's go CTV News. Let's see if there's any other Canadian news we got here. Let's see. So yeah, man, I think people should have voted Conservative, and if Conservative couldn't handle the business, then you'd vote them out, and then we would at least know. Then we would at least know. But now it's just liberals. That's it. Liberals have been in power. And so they're the shot callers in this whole thing. They call the shots. Yup, they call the shots. And I think it's crazy that people still voting for the same thing and not getting a different result. I really do think it's crazy. Am I shocked? Not really. Not really. No, not really. I'm not really shocked. I guess Canadians are just ignorant. I guess they're very ignorant. There is a high population of Canadians that are just ignorant. And they'll just keep voting because daddy government, liberal government told them to keep voting for them. That's it. And it's now I got to start making more content to put my hat back into the ring because people still didn't get it. People still didn't get it. So I gotta make content so people can understand it now. Once again, because they didn't get it the first time. Well, like on my side, right across the board, they didn't get it the first time because they voted liberal again. So now I have to make enough content where people can say, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna.
It's like hard to take him serious because of how many times he's done it.
He can't get it done. He's not gonna get it. And so now we're in a bad position.
But it's like, I'm taking him serious. He told me not to even sleep in the bed.
Okay, well, anyway, we got to see if we can find some nearby here. Okay, let's go here. Let's see. I don't have any clips ready to go. Nothing like that. I'll have to do that. But yeah, it's so crazy, man. Like, no, I'm not voting. I'm never going to vote for them, ever. They don't deserve for me to vote for them. But I guess Canadians, there's a high majority of Canadians that are sheep. And I guess the liberals are leading them to slaughter, aren't they? Because now they can't afford food. Now they have to fight with crime. Housing affordability is a crisis. All because of the liberals. They couldn't maintain the government that they had. That's it. Things are supposed to be more affordable in 2025, not less affordable. But is that part of the plan? Probably. Most likely. Most likely. So now people have to reckon with the truth. People have to reckon with the truth. You know, this is crazy. Like, do we really live in a democracy? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, you can say, yeah, you got freedom of speech, great, but could the liberals take that away? Possibly. I think if they start really losing power, they might do that. They might do that. Yeah, they might do that. Okay, what's that other app? I forget what that other app is called. I think it's Omi. I can't remember. Let's see. I don't know if it's this app or it's the other app. But yeah, I'll never vote for them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ken Masters, what's up, dog? He said you don't have to go through the maze with the females on the app. They're never going to change. Exactly. I just go in and out with it, right? Like, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. They're never going to change. Never going to change. Their mindset is trash here. Like, they're just the same. Yeah, they're just the same. Like, it's the same people on there. It's crazy, right? So yeah, I want to have real debates, man. You know, I want to have a real debate, real conversation. Okay, I don't know if I can get into this one. Let's see if we can get into this one. But yeah, it's definitely a maze for sure. Okay, let's allow this here. Start. Oh, it slowed my computer right down. Maybe because there's more people coming in. Hold on. Start. Yeah, it's going through. Yeah, so anyway, man, people better start to wake up and smell the coffee. Because the liberals are they're not gonna help you, man. Not gonna help you. They're not. Tomorrow's gonna be even more interesting and crazy. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Yeah, I guarantee it. So I have some Reddit stuff here. Let's see if I can get some Reddit stuff. Gerontology. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything right now. I'm gonna have to set up a live stream and get this situated. But yeah, man, it's wild. I'm just taking a look at this. See if we can get someone on there. I ain't got nothing, man. Not at the moment. Nothing. Like, it's so crazy. Wow. Nothing. Okay, well, we're getting on to this one. Let's try. Okay, let's try. Yeah, a lot of these people are getting fired, man. They're getting friggin' fired, man. Rachel Gilmore's back again. Oh my god. That chick is crazy. That chick is crazy. Yeah, exactly. Catch the mouse, not the cheese. Exactly. Exactly. Hold on, I'm just taking a look at this real quick. Yeah, all he could do was build 4,000 homes. With all the time that he had, all he could do was build 4,000 homes. Hilarious. $4,000 homes. All right, you've been in power 12 of the last, or sorry, 10 of the last 10. And all you could build was 4,000 homes. Okay. All right. I'm trying to have a debate. There's no ladies here, man. There's not. Well, let's try it on this side. See if I can get that. Boom, boom.